We are currently in the middle of a technological revolution. The sad part is, you and I are the cause of it. That's right, we really are. No, I'm not talking about DeepIn or AI or even blockchain technology. However, every one of those technologies does require the advancement of edge computing. Now, we've all heard edge computing before, but what is it? How does it work? Why is it important? More importantly, how can we make money from it? Well, today we're going to answer all those questions, and we're also going to set up our very first dedicated edge computing device. That's right, the Aethir Edge. We're going to get this guy up and running today to find out just how much we can make. So, if you're ready to get into it, let's dive in the video. Before we start talking about edge computing, the first thing we have to understand is, what is the edge? Okay, the edge is where information or data is utilized, accessed, or acted upon. So, meaning, let's take Netflix, for example. If you're talking about the edge for watching a movie, you're talking about the actual viewer. That is where the information is utilized. Now, of course, if you're a gamer, then you're talking about right there on your screen, your keyboard and mouse. When you can react to what occurs in the game, that is the edge. That's where that information is actually utilized or acted upon. Now, if you're a gamer or even a movie watcher, one thing we're all familiar with is latency, or we like to call it ping.
It is a game. You want to win it, don't you?
Yeah.
Then you need to cut your strings, puppet master. No ping. You feel me?
Now, we've all dealt with a high latency situation somewhere, either on our cell phones, our TVs, or our computers. But why does it occur? Well, putting it very simply, when we do an action right here at the edge, that information has to be transmitted to a central server. Now, that central server could be hundreds or thousands of miles away. Now, information does travel very fast in today's technology, but it still takes time. So, from the moment in time you hit a key on your keyboard, that action is sent over to the central server. The central server decides what to do after you perform that key press. Then it sends back to you the results of exactly what happened. That transfer time of data back and forth, that's the latency. And that is what the edge computing is hoping to reduce or even completely eliminate. How do we do that? It's really simple. Don't house the games, the movies, and things like that on a central server thousands of miles away. House them very close to where you're actually playing the game or watching the movie. That is where an edge computing device comes into play. So the concept of edge computing is very simple. Instead of sending the data to the computing power, bring the computing power to the data. That's it. It really is that simple. Now, a lot of you might be wondering, well, why is it so important to reduce that latency? I mean, we've dealt with it all this time. What's the big deal? Well, technology has continued to advance, and right now we've got so many devices out there that are fully autonomous, meaning they run on their own, that they can't afford to have that type of latency. Let's talk about self-driving cars for a minute. Let's say that you're running in the old technology manner. Your self-driving car is going down the road, and it sees a person walk out in the street. Well, for it to react on the old technology, it has to send that information off to a central server, wait for that server to decide what to do, hit the brake, swerve, whatever, send that information back to the car so it can then react. Well, I hate to tell you, by the time that information has traveled back and forth between the central server, you've already hit that person. The accident's already occurred, the ambulance is on its way. So what we need is this technology to be put in the devices that is actually utilizing this information. So when a self-driving car today sees somebody walk out on the road, it doesn't have to ask permission. It immediately sees that threat, hits the brake, swerves, or does whatever it possibly can to avoid that accident. Now, another thing to think about, with edge computing, the information is decentralized because no one edge computing device can have all of the information. So instead of worrying about your information out on a central server and that server getting compromised, edge computing devices has already broken up and encrypted your information, so it's not just in one place. That adds a whole new level of security that we are not seeing in current technologies. Now, as you can see, edge computing has a lot of benefits, but the question here is, how do you get started? How do you earn from it? Well, believe it or not, if you've been following me on this channel and have participated in any of the passive income opportunities that I've shared, you're probably already performing some form of edge computing. Because if you're renting out your idle resources on your computers, that's a form of edge computing. If you have a dedicated device, that's a form of edge computing. Even many of your DeepIn devices that you're already running, like the Helium or Wingbits or any of those, they're performing some functions in the edge computing field. Today, we're just going to take it to the next level. Because thanks to our friends over at Enchantment, we got a great deal on the Aethir Edge. Now, when I decided I was going to get a dedicated edge device, I chose the Aethir Edge. Not because they're the newest. In fact, they've been around for over 6 months already, but because of their vision and their partnerships. So they're supplying powerful GPU compute solutions on demand. And when we take a look at their partners down here, we can see it's Filecoin Foundation, Sophon, Magic Eden, Merit Circle, Gate.io, Bybit, Maelstrom. All these great partnerships are already in place. And currently there are over 400,000 enterprise-grade GPUs on demand in 95 different countries with an uptime of 99.99%. Those numbers are huge. That means they know what they're doing. They've set up a solid network. And they're hyper-focused are supplying raw GPU computing power for artificial intelligence and supplying a high-performance network of low-latency GPUs to enable real-time, high-quality gaming in the cloud. Now, for me personally, seeing AI and gaming as the two primary technologies of the Aethir Edge, that's what really sold me on this, especially after I did my own research, saw the partnerships, and saw exactly what they're building. But as I always say, don't listen to me, don't listen to anybody else. Go out and do your own research. So I'll put links in the description down below to Aethir Edge so you can do your own homework, decide if it's right for you. But if you do think it is, then make sure to check out our friends over at Enchantment. Not only do they offer the Aethir Edge, they have the Anyone router, the Weather XM weather station, GeoNet, Starplug devices, QuakeCore devices, Nubula weather stations, and even the new Hive mappers. Now remember to use the discount code SERENITY to save yourself 10% off your entire order. But now, let's dive in the Aethir Edge box, find out what it comes with, and what it takes to get this guy up and earning. Now inside the box with your Aethir Edge, you're also going to receive several different accessories. The first is a Type G to C13 plug, and it measures about 51 centimeters. Now the Type G plug is the standard plug-in for the United Kingdom, Ireland, Cyprus, Malta, Malaysia, Singapore, Hong Kong, Bahrain, Saudi Arabia, Sri Lanka, and the UAE. Now if you happen to be in the United States, Canada, or Mexico, when you place your order with Enchantment, they will include an extra plug to your order, and that's the Type B to Type C13, and that measures about 6 feet in length. Now also within your Aethir Edge box, you receive a 12 volt to 4 amp 48 watt power supply, and the cord on that power pack is about 4 feet or 121 centimeters. Now also within the Aethir Edge box, you receive a Cat 6 shielded cable, and that cable measures about 6 feet or 152 centimeters. Okay, so now that we've covered all the accessories that come with the Aethir Edge, let's go and get it set up. So if you check on the back of the Aethir Edge, you can see right there, it comes with a USB port, network port, and power port. So, of course, first thing we want to do is go ahead and plug in our network cable, just like that. Next, we want to go ahead and plug in the power. There we go, we're all connected. That's all you've got to do there. Now, let's take a look at the front of the Aethir Edge. As you can see, the light is on right now. What we need to do is turn it on. So simply hold the power button. And then after a few seconds, it'll start up. Now what we have to do is we have to let it connect to the network. So this could take a few minutes. Okay, so after a little while, we can see that our Aethir Edge has not only connected to the Ethernet, but it's already done some updates. And it's sitting here with a barcode on the screen. That's great. Next thing we have to do is head over to our cell phone, install the Aethir Edge app, and then get everything registered and up and running. Okay, so let's proceed on the cell phone. Now I gotta let you know I am using an Android device. So if you're using an Apple, your setup procedure might be a little bit different, but it should be pretty similar. So to get started, the first thing I do is open Google Play Store. I just searched for Aethir Edge. From there, as you can see, it popped up Aethir Edge, and I have already installed it to make this easy. So let's go ahead and open that up. Okay, now that we have the Aethir Edge app open, let's go ahead and click Get Started. Now the first thing it wants to do is log in or set up our account. You can either do it through Apple, Google, or you can enter it by email. I'm going to go and enter email here. So I'll type in my email and click Submit. Okay, so it sent a confirmation email over to that email address. So once you get that email, go and enter the confirmation number. Okay, and as soon as you enter the email address, it says, welcome to Aethir Edge. Now it wants us to set up our profile. So introduce yourself to us. Well, username. Well, we're going to call ourselves Serenity. Hey, there's a surprise, right? So once you enter your name, it's letting you know by signing up, you agree that you have read and accept the terms and services. I always highly recommend go out and read these. Take the time to know what you're signing up for. But if you've already read them, go and check the box and click Finish. Then it's asking us if we want to sign up for notifications. Do we want to be alerted when we receive rewards or when there's a new airdrop? That's totally up to you. You can either go remind me later or turn on notifications. I'm going to go ahead and turn on notifications. And it's going to say allow Aethir Edge to send you notifications. Yes, please allow it. Now it lets us know we do need to allow Bluetooth connection to our Aethir Edge device. So go ahead and click Allow Bluetooth. It says allow Aethir Edge to find, connect to, and determine the relative position of nearby devices. Yeah, you have to do that for Bluetooth, so let's do it. Okay, now we're at the point we need to add our Aethir Edge device onto our Aethir Edge account on our mobile. To do that, it's really simple. Go ahead and click Add Device. Now it's asking us, is our indicator light on the front of our Aethir Edge blue or yellow? If it's blue, we're ready to go ahead and scan the barcode. But if it's yellow, then we have to configure the network first. Now on mine right now, it's blue, so I think we're good. Let's go ahead and click Bind the Aethir Edge. It says Bind Device. Scan the QR code on the screen to bind the device. Okay, remember we left off with the QR code? Well, it's still setting here. So let's go ahead and click on the blue button down here to scan the barcode. Then it says allow Aethir Edge to take pictures and record video, only while using this app. I don't want it doing it all the time. Okay, there we go. We have our camera connected, so we go up here to our Aethir Edge. Let's say, hi, duck. And we scan the QR code. Okay, so after we scan the QR code, it fills in the product ID code here. So go ahead and click Continue. Okay, so now that we've got our device onboarded, it says we have one device without a collateral deposit. So we do have to stake some ATH tokens to start earning with our Aethir Edge. So to do that, go ahead and click Deposit Collateral. Now that's going to let us know that we need to stake 1,998 ATH tokens on the Arbitrum blockchain. Now I want to show you exactly how much that is, as well as a little secret to make this process really easy. So let's head over to our side monitor here. Now as you can see, the Aethir token is currently at a market value of $0.03789 per token. So if we do the math, that works out to about $75.72 to get our Aethir Edge staked and earning. But I want to show you a secret to make this process really easy. So what we're going to do is we're going to close the screen out. The Aethir Edge has its own wallet. So what we're going to do is we're going to import the Aethir wallet into our MetaMask to make this really simple for swaps, transactions, collections, and even the staking process. So to do that, simply click on the little gear icon down here, and that's going to open up your Aethir Edge wallet. Now we want to go down here to Show Wallet Private Keys. Now it says we can either copy our private key or seed phrase to transfer your wallet. To import this wallet really simply, go ahead and click on that Copy Key button down here. Then from there, go ahead and open up your MetaMask wallet. Then on the drop down next to your account, go and drop down there and click on Add Account or Hardware Wallet. And we're going to import an account. Then it says to enter your private key string here. Well, we just copied that out of our Aethir Edge wallet. So all we have to do is simply paste that key into place and click Import. There we go. We can check our wallet address, which ends in 3CA39. And we cross-reference that with our Aethir Edge wallet, CA39. There you go. We have now imported our wallet into our MetaMask. That way we can do our swaps, get our ATH tokens, then we can come back into the Aethir Edge dashboard and stake them in there. So let's go get some Aethir Edge token sent over to our wallet here, then we can proceed with the stake. Okay, so now you can see we have a little over 2,000 ATH tokens and a little bit of Ethereum on the Arbitrum 1 blockchain within our MetaMask wallet. Now we can verify that that's actually in our Aethir Edge wallet by clicking on the gear icon here, going up to wallet address, click on view, and that'll take us into our Aethir Edge wallet. And you can see the exact same thing, 2131 ATH, just like we show here. So yes, we're in the right wallet. So let's go ahead and head back to the dashboard and let's get those ATH staked so we can get our device up and earning. So let's go ahead and click on Deposit Collateral, and network is Arbitrum 1, devices to deposit for is 1, total is 1,998 ATH, and click Deposit ATH. Okay, looks like we just ran into a problem. See that red bar at the top of the screen there? Means there's an error, but it's not letting me access it. Okay, so I continue to have problems trying to deposit the collateral utilizing the mobile app. So I'm gonna try it here on the website. Same thing, we simply log into it, and it's showing right here we have one device without collateral deposit. So let's go ahead and try it on the website, see if this works correctly. So deposit collateral, and it shows the network is the Arbitrum 1, devices deposit for is 1, and total of 1,998 ATH. Let's go and give it a shot. Deposit ATH. Okay, and this answers the question of why we ran into problems on the mobile device. We had the ATH, we had ETH on the Arbitrum blockchain, but as you see right here, the network is showing Ethereum blockchain. So I did send over about $5 on the Ethereum blockchain just to see if that would get this transaction to go through. So let's go ahead and approve this. And there we go, transaction complete, you're all set. It says total including fees was about 14 cents. All right, we're all done. Okay, now after a few minutes time went by, I did finally get this blue screen saying my transaction was submitted and it was completed. So great news, it did finally go through. Now, why I had to have Ethereum, I really don't know. I never saw it on any of the documentation, but hey, that's what worked for me. So if you do get caught on that, I hope this little guide helps you get through it. But the question is, are we earning? Well, let's take a look at our Aethir Edge. There we go. We've got the working screen. That means this guy is up and earning and ready for his permanent spot right back there on the shelf. Now, I hope this information has been helpful to help you understand what exactly is edge computing and also how to set up an Aethir Edge device. But I've got to give a huge shout out to Action Crypto and everybody that participated in the Seattle Deepen Day, because that's where I learned a great deal of this information.
The edge is where the end users are. Like the very edge is where is the compute and the data achieving its final value.
Now, if you'd like to go back and watch the entire Deepen Day event, I'll put a link in the description down below to the full-length video because it was absolutely amazing. Now, as I continue to grow and evolve in this crypto space, I'm going to keep sharing that information with you. So, if you like this video and you want to see more of it, make sure to like and subscribe to the channel because I'm going to keep bringing you the best crypto information I can. I want to thank you very much for your time. And until next time, have a great night.